Hi, my name's Lamisha. I am from the Liberia group. This is group project number 4, the video portion, and I'm just gonna pinpoint some facts of what our article said. And yeah, so we had the article English, well, we found the article English in Costa Rica. So Costa Rica is located in Central America. They obviously only have a small portion of their population as English speakers. They have a population of 3.5 million, and actually only 2% of their population is English speakers. The other 98% is actually, of course, Spanish speakers, which is obviously their official language. So, although because it is a small portion, though, Costa Rica really does strive to show the importance of education and literacy. They continue to prove this fact on the daily. In the article that we chose, they actually say English was first appeared when African workers came from Jamaica and other islands of the Caribbean in the late 1800s. They were brought over to work on the railroad construction and represented the majority of the population in the port of Limon and surrounding areas. Most of these workers actually still live in the country, and they also still speak English as their first language. Although, of course, as time went by, only 73% of second and third generations of Afro-Costa Ricans are fully bilingual in English and Spanish. This kind of shows you that knowing their first language growing up in a Spanish-only speaking environment, obviously it is hard to carry on this language. It is known to be hard to carry on any other language in a different environment that you're used to. The teachers that were brought over, though, they were actually brought directly from Jamaica, and they were able to speak English Creole and as well as Standard English. So obviously both were taught. It's just a matter of time and efforts to keeping the language around. Although in 1824, English was actually made a required subject in the curriculum of secondary education. This definitely changed the factors of English being more of a native language, although since it is only still 2% of their population, which is definitely a small portion. The reason why it's so difficult is because they're still trying to seek for many teachers that can actually teach the language, and there definitely isn't a lot because most of their population definitely speaks a different language. Although they do have quite high expectations for the teachers, especially since it is kind of a harder language to teach. That's probably why. Also in the article, they also say Costa Rica have placed great importance on the expansion of primary and secondary education, even in the most remote areas of the country. This informs that Costa Rica has a 93% literacy level, which is definitely high. Literacy, definitely, like I said, is promoted in Costa Rica. They actually set really high expectations, and they're definitely very different from other less fortunate countries in the world. For this reason being, they're going through a process of economic and academic growth. They actually recently averaged 2.4% in total numbers of students, which, I mean, it doesn't seem high, but it definitely is a lot compared to how many speakers there are. They are also known to have more teachers than policemen, meaning the expansion of education not only lies within the students, but also the educators. One of the main reasons for the expansion is the influence of tourism and international investors in the country. This definitely has increased the amount of speaker and has created great interest in the English language among the country. Along with that, the percentage of visitors has consistently grown 31.2% of its country's territory. So that shows you that it definitely has increased not only the language itself, but the language in the country. The need for English has been constantly requested, though, especially in newspapers, magazines. They even increased broadcasting in English, which has definitely helped. The growth of the English language in Costa Rica has definitely increased, and Costa Rica is a very good source of information when studying the linguistics phenomena of languages in contact and the field of world Englishes.